The year is 1944. The world is at war, and nowhere is that more clear than here, on the vast wild land of Yellowstone. This is a time when every choice means life or death, when loyalty is tested by fire, and the past meets a future that no one can predict. What secrets will the land reveal? What battles will be fought not just with guns, but with hearts and souls? This is Yellowstone in 1944, where history is written with blood and courage. In the shadow of the Second World War, the Yellowstone Ranch stands like a fortress against the changing world. The family that owns this land is not just fighting for survival, they are fighting for their legacy. The air is thick with tension. Men leave to fight battles far away, while those left behind struggle with fear, hope, and the weight of responsibility. The ranch is more than just property. It is a symbol of everything they believe in, their honor, their past, and the promise of a future. As the seasons change, so does the mood over Yellowstone. The land is harsh, unforgiving, yet breathtaking in its beauty. Winters bite deep, and summers blaze hot. Every day is a challenge. The cattle, the crops, the horses, they all depend on the family's strength and will. But it's not just nature they battle. Rivalries simmer beneath the surface, old wounds between families, whispers of betrayal, and the strain of secrets kept too long. The shadow of war reaches even here, in the quiet corners of the ranch. At the heart of this storm is the family patriarch. He carries the weight of decisions that affect not just his kin, but the future of Yellowstone itself. His eyes tell the story of a man who has seen too much, yet refuses to give up. His children grow under his watchful gaze, each shaped by the war and the land they call home. Some want to leave, seeking new lives beyond the ranch. Others are determined to hold the line, no matter the cost. Among them is the eldest daughter, strong-willed and fierce. She fights for her place in a world that doubts her. Her love for the land runs deep, but so does her pain. She must navigate the demands of family, the dangers of the outside world, and her own dreams. The youngest, son, restless and full of fire, dreams of glory beyond Yellowstone's borders, but the ranch's ties pull him back. Between them lies the fragile balance of hope and despair. Outside the family, neighbors watch closely. Some offer help, others hunger for what Yellowstone holds. Deals are made in whispers, alliances shift like the wind. The war overseas seems distant, but its effects reach every door. Supplies are scarce. Letters from the front bring news of both heroism and heartbreak. The ranch must stand strong, not only against nature's fury, but also against the forces that threaten to tear it apart from within. This is a story of survival, love, and loss set against the backdrop of one of the most powerful times in history. Yellowstone in 1944 is a place where every moment is filled with danger, and every choice carries weight. The land demands respect, and those who live here must face the hardest battles. Some fought with guns, others with courage, and the will to keep moving forward. As the camera moves over the rugged hills and frozen rivers, the sound of distant thunder rolls like the echo of the war beyond. Inside the farmhouse, quiet conversations hint at plans and fears. The crackling fireplace is both a comfort and a reminder of the long, cold nights to come. Children sleep, unaware of the changes that will shape their futures. Outside, the cattle wait silently. The land holds its breath, and the story of Yellowstone is just beginning to unfold. The year 1944 casts a long shadow over Yellowstone, where the distant thunder of war shakes even the quietest corners of the ranch. The world beyond these rugged hills is changing fast, but here life clings stubbornly to tradition. Families who have lived on this land for generations face a new kind of battle, one that tests their loyalty, strength, and hope. The ranch is no longer just a home. It is a fortress against the uncertainty that war brings. Each day, the people of Yellowstone fight not only the harsh elements but also the invisible threats that come with a world at war. As soldiers march off to distant battlefields, the men left behind carry a heavy burden. They must protect the land and the family legacy from dangers that creep closer with every passing day. Supplies are running low, and every ration is precious. The war's reach extends even here, twisting friendships and rivalries into something darker. Trust is fragile. Whispers of betrayal drift through the night air, and every stranger's arrival stirs suspicion. The peaceful rhythm of ranch life is broken by tension and fear, making every moment uncertain. Amid the struggle, the women of Yellowstone rise to meet the challenge. They take on roles once reserved for men, managing the ranch, tending the animals, and keeping the family together. Their quiet strength is the backbone of the home. The eldest daughter fights to be heard in a world that doubts her power, balancing love and duty with fierce determination. Her eyes reflect both the pain of loss and the fire of resilience. She knows that her fight is not just for herself, but for the survival of everything her family has built. The youngest son, restless and full of dreams, faces a different kind of battle. The lure of the warfront calls to him, promising glory and escape from the heavy burdens of the ranch. But with each passing day, the ties to Yellowstone grow stronger. The land's call is a constant reminder of who he is and what he stands to lose. Torn between his dreams and his duty, he struggles to find a path that will honor both. The surrounding neighbors add to the tension, each with their own secrets and agendas. Some come with offers of friendship, while others hide darker intentions behind polite smiles. Old rivalries flare anew, fueled by fear and desperation. The harsh winter threatens to close in, making every alliance more critical and every enemy more dangerous. In the midst of this, the Yellowstone family must decide who to trust and how far they are willing to go to protect their home. Letters from the front lines arrive like whispers from another world. They carry stories of bravery, sacrifice, and heartbreak, binding the distant war to the daily struggles at home. Every word weighs heavily on those who read them, shaping decisions and deepening fears. The ranch becomes a place where past memories and future hopes collide, where the strength of family and land is tested like never before. Through the frozen nights and sun-baked days, Yellowstone in 1944 is a story of endurance. It is a testament to the courage found in the quiet moments, the shared glances, the hands held tightly, the promises whispered beneath the stars. The war may rage far away, but here, on this rugged land, a different kind of fight is unfolding. One that will change the family, the ranch, and the very heart of Yellowstone forever. The faces around the Yellowstone table tell stories of hidden pain and fierce determination. Each character carries a burden heavier than the last, a burden shaped by loss, duty, and the harsh demands of the land they call home. The family patriarch moves through the house like a man who has weathered storms no one else has seen. His silence is heavy, his decisions final. He knows that every choice could mean the difference between survival and ruin, and the weight of that knowledge shapes every step he takes. His eldest daughter stands apart, sharp-eyed and unyielding. She refuses to be seen as anything less than a leader, even when the world insists on doubting her. Her strength is a shield, guarding a heart that has been broken by war and family secrets. She challenges tradition, fights for her place, and struggles to keep the family together when everything seems to be falling apart. Her journey is one of courage and defiance, a testament to the power of will in a time when everything feels uncertain. The youngest son's restless spirit is a storm waiting to break. His dreams pull him toward the unknown, beyond the boundaries of Yellowstone, toward distant battlefields and a life of glory. Yet every glance back at the ranch reminds him of the ties that bind, family, honor, and a legacy he cannot escape. Torn between his desire for adventure and the responsibilities that weigh on his shoulders, he faces a choice that will shape not only his future, but the fate of Yellowstone itself. Outside the family, shadows lengthen as neighbors and rivals watch closely. Alliances are fragile, built on necessity rather than trust. The friendly faces hiding suspicion, the whispered conversations in dimly lit barns, and the sudden, unexplained arrivals stir unease. The land around Yellowstone becomes a chessboard, where every move carries risk. Old grudges simmer beneath polite smiles, and threats come in quiet forms that are easy to miss but deadly all the same. The war overseas is not just a distant thunder, it is a storm that reaches into every home. Letters bring news of comrades lost, battles won, and horrors faced. These stories bleed into the daily lives of those left behind, shaping their hopes and fears. Each piece of news twists the fragile threads holding the family together, forcing them to confront truths they have long avoided. In the midst of this turmoil, moments of tenderness and humanity shine through. A shared meal, a comforting embrace, a whispered promise. They remind everyone that beneath the armor of survival lies a beating heart. Yellowstone in 1944 is not just a story of war and hardship. It is a story of people bound by love and tested by fire, fighting not only for land but for each other. This is a tale of resilience, of a family and a land unwilling to be broken. It is a story that unfolds against the vast, untamed wilderness, where every sunrise brings new challenges and every sunset offers a moment to hold on to hope. The fate of Yellowstone hangs in the balance, and the choices made in these dark times will echo for generations to come. In the heart of Yellowstone's rugged wilderness, where mountains rise like ancient sentinels and rivers carve their stories through stone, the true spirit of the land reveals itself. This is not just a place of dirt and grass, it is a living force, powerful and untamed, shaping every soul who calls it home. The vast skies stretch wide above, holding storms that rage and skies that clear, reflecting the relentless cycle of struggle and renewal that defines this land. The visual story of Yellowstone in 1944 is painted in sharp contrasts: the fierce blaze of wildfire against the cold hush of winter snow, the raw strength of wild horses racing across open plains, and the quiet resilience of a weathered cabin standing firm against the wind. Every frame captures the breathtaking beauty and brutal realities of life here, where nature is both ally and adversary. The sun rises over rolling hills that hold secrets of generations, while shadows lengthen across fields that have witnessed love, loss, and the relentless fight to survive. The themes woven through this story are timeless: courage in the face of despair, loyalty when trust is scarce, and the fierce love that binds family and land together. In a world torn apart by war, Yellowstone stands as a symbol of endurance, where each character's journey mirrors the wild terrain, unpredictable, dangerous, yet full of hope. Moments of quiet reflection sit beside scenes of intense conflict, showing that strength comes not only from force but from heart. As tensions rise within the family and threats gather from outside, the land itself seems to respond. A thunderstorm rolling in like a warning, the first frost marking a turning point, the call of wolves echoing through the night as if nature itself watches and waits. The cinematic vision is one of epic scale and intimate emotion, a dance between the vastness of the wild and the fragile human lives it cradles. Yellowstone in 1944 invites viewers to witness a story where history is not just told but felt, in every gust of wind, every crackling fire, every whispered secret under the stars. It is a journey through hardship and hope, through the pain of loss and the promise of new beginnings. The land will test them all, but it will also hold them close, demanding respect and offering strength. As the final scenes of the trailer fade, the question lingers in the air. How will they endure? What price will they pay to protect the home that has shaped them? The answers lie ahead in the untold stories of Yellowstone, stories waiting to unfold in the coming series. This is a tale of a place and a people who refuse to be broken, a story of survival, legacy, and the fierce beauty of the land we call home.